What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Max Attack Motorsports, here again with another video. Today, as you guys can see, we're back in the garage. It's getting pretty cold outside. Obviously, the working on cars has slowed down. Motivation's a little low at the moment, not gonna lie, with the changing weather. But at this time of year, as always, I like to kind of do some stuff in the garage. Looking to bring you guys a couple more things as well. If you guys watched the Dalton and Dylan episode regarding Fleming Fabrication at their garage tour, one of the funnest nights I've had with filming. Kind of came out of my shell, I guess you can say, in that way too, and I'm definitely looking forward to bringing more of those videos to you guys. But yeah, for today's video, we're gonna kind of touch on the builds as well. So the FC, a couple minor things. Bought some stuff for the FC, more cosmetic stuff, which I'll get into. The Volvo build, we had a couple major parts come in for that build, so I like to show you guys that as well. The Acura, have had parts come in. None of them are really in the garage, but I'll kind of like touch base on that as well too. And then making a couple major announcements as well as updates as far as the channel goes, the Instagram account, kind of hinting towards the direction of what Max Attack Motorsports is going to be leaning towards in the future. So again, guys, sit tight, relax. You know what I mean, watch another video with me. As always, I appreciate it, but let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, so moving on towards some of the major announcements and updates as far as Max Attack Motorsports, either on the YouTube thing as well as the Instagram. You're going to slowly start to see Max Attack Motorsports kind of morph into what is now called doryoku.streetworks. So a couple of friends of mine and myself have kind of formed a new movement, I guess you can say, or a crew in the greater Toronto area that we're slowly starting to build from the ground up, while retaining core values and yeah, just having fun and good vibes. So we'll be having some track days, local meets, a couple cruises. We're going to be working with North Rides as well as Inner Circle, which I'm so looking forward to, and I hope you guys will enjoy that as well. A couple new segments will be coming on the channel as well too, which I don't really want to let the whole thing out of the bag, so you guys will see that, but I think you guys will appreciate it. So you're still going to see stuff like the Volvo build, some POVs regarding the figure 8 car, RX-7 stuff, the Acura stuff. You're still going to see that type of stuff, but throughout the next little bit, I will start morphing the Doryoku Streetworks and the North Ride stuff into the Max Attack channel. So you might see a bit of a rebrand as we move along here. Also, with the same guys, we're helping out with kaizosupplyco. So not just to plug the whole thing, but I'm going to show you guys a couple things which I was able to get over the past couple weeks. And if you guys are interested, kaizosupplyco, I think we have an Etsy store up and running, as well as an Instagram account too. If not, you guys can feel free to DM myself and I can help you guys retain or achieve some of the stuff that you guys want to get when it comes to JDM collectibles and apparel and stuff like that. So let me just show you guys a couple of the small things here. Actually, I'll bring you guys over onto the FC. So yeah, I brought this stuff in for myself, for my own personal collection. Some stuff will be for sale. Again, I'm not trying to like sell stuff on this channel right now, but I just want to show you guys. But yeah, here's some of the things right here. So I know there's a bit of a glare, but look at that. So Option, of course, Option magazine, a huge thing in Japan. And again, look at the stuff on here, guys. Like vintage Trust / Goretti exhaust ads there. And again, this one's one of my favorites. Apologies for the sniffles there, but yeah, so the RX-7 special video from Option 2, Volume 33, something I absolutely love, and like in mint condition, man. Like mint condition. I don't know how many people have VHS players still kicking around. Fujita, I think that's how you pronounce it, engineering. Again, so cool. When it comes to that, another Option 2 video right there as well too. Again, trying to keep a lot of the RX-7 stuff. Again, there's Trust again. Such a cool brand for sure. And again, another Option VHS. This is volume 49. Kind of has a bit of NASCAR in there. Some drag racing. Yeah, if you guys haven't watched this stuff, again, I'm sure you can kind of find it as you go, but it is getting harder to find. So if you guys are interested, again, you guys can contact me. I can kind of lead you in that direction. This one just came in. I am super excited about this. Look at that, guys. 1988 Car Video Magazine Volume 1 with the Volvos. Oh my gosh, man. So cool. And again, if I open this up, look at that. Brand new. Apologies, I probably should have kept you guys mounted there, but look at that, man. So cool. And again, like nothing too crazy, but like this on display is so awesome, man. And trying to find this now is so hard. But yeah, that's a couple things for sure. It can help get you guys in the long run. If not, kaizosupplyco on Instagram. You guys can check it out. But yeah, let's take a look at a couple of other things here too. So in here as well, again, this is just like a random envelope, sorry, that I was able to find. But again, authentic Wacko sticker. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. I might throw that on the FC. I'm not sure. Fet or feet. I'm not sure how it actually pronounce it. But Power Sports, again, they do like apparel and stuff like that. Racing gloves. In Japan, authentic sticker. One of the coolest liveries too around when it comes to Japanese touring car as well as the GT championships. This is probably one of my favorite things right here. So Mooncraft with the famous livery. This is just a phone card, like a wicked phone card in mint condition, man. So this is gonna be going in the Acura. You can hang it up either on underneath the sun visor. I wouldn't suggest drilling a hole through it, but if you want to, you can kind of have it as a like a little tree, I guess you can say, hanging from the top. This one here too, you guys might not be able to see that, but that's just pretty much semi 3D sticker of HKS Power, which I think is really cool. I brought in a Moon Eye sticker as well, which is on the FC currently, but as you guys can see, everything is all kind of tucked away. But let's move on to the next items. So one of my favorite items right here. So this isn't as rare. This was built, or I guess published in 2018. So again, nothing too wild, but guys, come on. Look at that. I hope you guys can see that. The 787B special on there. If you look at the back too, like look at the ads. When it comes to, you know what I mean, you got the Corolla on there. Yeah, what else? Oh, beautiful S13 convertible as well. But like, so basically this magazine right here, this is not for sale. Like this is like my own personal collection. But yeah, like big features on the SA22C, the FC3S, of course. I know there's a Miata in there. They do the in-use Cosmo as well. And I think it's the Mazda Familia. It's pretty much the GLC, which is like the predecessor to the 323, I guess you can say. But such a cool little magazine here. We also got from 1985. Yes, the motor fan, or I can't even pronounce it properly, but the motor fan right there. There you go. With of course the S4 RX-7 FC on the front. Even at the back here, my first ever car, the 1985 300ZX. Like so cool, man. And again, like I try to keep these in perfect condition. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. We also got Jay's Racing. Or sorry, Jay's Racing. Just Jay's magazine here. So pretty cool as well. As you guys can probably guess, a lot of RX-7 related material. This one's another Jay's, which I like because that pretty much has the similar S4 FC on the front, which is pretty badass for sure. I love that right there. And then last but not least, this one, I don't know the name of the magazine. I just love how we kind of have like the whole Kaido Racing FC RX-7 there with the whole like IMSA livery on the side as well. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, those are some magazines there that I brought in, which really excited for those. I don't know how to read Japanese at all. I know that you read from like the back to the front, if that makes sense, like for our magazines. But yeah, really cool about, really happy actually to have those. Couple more small items, which I'll get to right now. This one is still in the package. I do want to frame this at some point. But here we have, oh, just be careful, authentic Mazda Speed with Eibach. of course, the RX-7 on the front. So I'm going to try to make a poster out of that. And again, this is like a personal collection of mine, showcasing the Eibach coilovers for the RX-7. And then last but not least, over here, this one I'm really excited about. So this is from Custom Japanese Plates, I believe. Look at that. How cool is that, guys? I can take this one out of the package. This is me going on the RX-7 for like shows and stuff like that in the future. Bam! Look at that. How cool is that? So I try to make the plate as authentic as possible. The most popular plate that people will throw on the RX-7 FC is obviously the initial D one. Try to be a little bit different. So again, in the Japanese language, this is for Hiroshima, which is obviously where the headquarters for Mazda is. We also have the Haigana, I believe it is, on the side. The 55, which not only symbolizes the 55 787B, but it also fits the proper car classification for the RX-7 in Japan. The year, the amount of wheels on it, so the four wheels obviously, and the engine size as well. And of course, with the space, you want to have that bullet point right there, and then the 787 leading towards the 787-6, which is obviously kind of the 787B, just kind of like a predecessor to it. And then of course the 787B, my famous race car, or my favorite race car, which was made famous in 1991. So yeah, that's the plate right there for the FC that I'm going to use for some events, which I'm pretty happy about. And again, this is from Japanese car plates or something, or custom plates or something like that. But yeah, really cool. They gave me some stickers and stuff as well. So yeah, that's a main focus as far as what's it called? I'll get you guys over here. Yeah, that's a main focus on some of the stuff. And again, kaizosupplyco. We can get you a lot of this stuff here as well too. This is just my own personal collection when it comes to it. So yeah, let's move on towards, I guess you can say, like a quick update on the FC. Nothing like major to it. We did a compression test, and very happy to say that the motor, the 13B, is still in really good shape. I still have it. The numbers on the board here. So the front rotor, a 121, 123, 116, and a 120, 118, and 117. Brand new. I'm pretty sure you're looking at like a 120 is the compression ratio. And again, based on the whole like altitude and stuff like that, this is what it averages out to. So yeah, motor's still in really good shape for the FC. The Acura, as we move along here too, so definitely a lot of parts going on in the shed at the very back there. You guys can't see it, but we picked up a Z6 trans. So we have the D16 Y8, which is currently in the Acura right now. I'm going to be throwing on the Z6 trans, which is a manual transmission at the bottom here too. So yeah, we got the whole shift linkage here. Mounts are in there. We also, I think it's all in the back there, but or in the car. So we have pretty much like the pedals, the P2P. So that is your ECU. I'm not going to need the ABS unit here, but the ECU to do the whole conversion. That way the car runs properly still. We have that. And yeah, I just want to make a huge shout out to Clean Street. So again, if you're a Honda person that's in this area, you guys should know who Clean Street is. Very, very nice guys. Help me out a lot, especially when it comes to advice and stuff like that. So I can't thank them enough. They are actually an official sponsor now of Maxattack Motorsports as well. So make sure you check them out. But yeah, and then at the back here, or at the bottom here, sorry, you can see those are the lower control arms, the rear brakes. Yeah, I got the 2001 Integra trailing arms with the disc conversion, but we are going to be moving to some hard race stuff, which I'm looking forward to. And then yeah, in here again, this is the front rotors, stop tech rotors, brand new wheel bearings in there as well, and ball joints. That's pretty much just to refresh the whole front braking assembly and spindles and stuff like that when it comes to the front of the Acura. But yeah, definitely a lot of stuff for sure coming in. But for today's video too, I really want to get into the Volvo build and talk about the Volvo build and kind of showcase a couple parts that came in, which I'm really excited about. First and foremost, so here is the LS1 manifold. So hard to find these up in Canada, I guess you can say. I think they're on eBay, but they range at like $800 to $1,200 for like a stock manifold, which is nuts. I paid $400 for this Canadian with fuel injectors, with throttle body, which, I mean, I'm not going to need this. I'm going to be going to cable regardless. The fuel rail, sensors, everything. Like, it's all pretty much ready to go. We did, however, I think I have them. They're in there. You guys can't see them, but these are brand new LS3 injectors. So the EV6. So I'm pretty much going to have to get a conversion kit, though, to probably run either a Holley or a Jegs fuel rail, and then get the adapter to run the LS3 injectors, and then I'll need to get the proper harness from Holley in order to run the injectors. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Mixed bag of tricks kicking around here too. I still got stuff from the Volkswagen, the Swift springs and stuff like that. Obviously the motor is up front, and there's the CD trans, which I'm going to be using for the Volvo. Yeah, I was going to bring you guys up to the Volvo. It's so cold. So basically pretty much the Volvo's like stripped right down to the firewall. Like, there's no wiring in the car. From the front seats forward, the headliner is off, seats are out, carpet's out. There's just like bundles of garbage bags in there as far as like the old harness and parts and whatnot. So a lot of progress on the Volvo. I actually have the grill for it here. This is also the ignition module for the turbocharged 2.3 liter that came with it. I'm trying to sell that if anyone needs one of those. Yeah, and then of course the grill right here. But yeah, so let's get into the main parts, or major parts, I guess you can say, which I haven't even opened up yet, which I'm really excited about. This right here is from Mosport earlier this year. This is Russ Bond. We worked with him. We actually drove this car up to the grid. So this is the 72, I think, RX3 with I think it was a 12A bridge board on it. Pretty cool. I just remember that these magazines were in here. And again, if you follow the account on Instagram, you guys would have seen that video. All the bolts for the subframe on the Acura, because we have to put the new one in there. This is from the rear trailing arms. And then we have, again, the ECU for both cars here, the Acura and the Volvo. But yes, okay, so just move this thing. Toss that over there. My garage is a mess. But anyways, guys, okay, so for the Volvo build, yeah, so this is one of the main components here. This is from STS, I believe it is. And this is our oil pan to run the LS engine with the STS mounts, which will allow us to essentially run run the motor without having to cut the stock K-member, any of that stuff. So I'm going to open this thing up here so we can take a good look at it, because I don't think I've opened it yet. So just kind of sit tight and I'll get this thing opened up. Alrighty, so yeah, just kind of gave it a quick little scrub with the knife there. But anyway, so from STS, yo, look at that right there. Beautiful. So hardware kit. Again, all the bolts to mount the pan, as well as this looks like some sort of block off plate there. I'll have to take a look at the instructions. We also have, this is the pickup tube, which is pretty nice. And again, you guys are going to see the whole install on this as well, but this is the pickup tube, which we're going to need, of course. The pan itself, so I like it so far from what I've seen. Definitely good reviews online as well. Just want to be careful because the gasket is on the bottom there. Just be careful with that. But look at that, guys. Let's see if I can take this off. Yo, dude. There we go. Nice. I like the thickness of the bottom flange here. Again, so, I mean, some pans I've seen, they use like a really thin kind of flange. I don't like that. Like, I don't like how it could kind of warp and stuff. Yeah, yeah, we have the tray here, like the little baffle tray, which is key, especially when we're going sideways with this car. Oil filter on the side there, of course, the drain plug. And then, yeah, there you go. So that's the oil pan right here for the LS swap that we're going to be doing on the Volvo from STS. So shout out to them. I still have to get a hold of them to get our mounts for sure. But yeah, let's put this thing away and we'll move on to the next item. Okay guys, so moving on to the next item for the Volvo. This thing is awesome, man. Definitely well needed. Yes, Serial 9 short shifter for the CD trans. So this is the short shifter that's going to be going on the CD trans, which will be attached to the LS engine, which should allow, from what I've been kind of researching and been told by our good buddy Dalton, who kind of runs the same setup, this should put the shifter in the exact same place of the stock shifting location from the Volvo, which means I don't have to go crazy with cutting up the whole trans hump, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm going to open this up now too as well. Kind of take its first fresh of breath air in the Maxattack Motorsports garage, which I'm really excited about, as always. Alrighty, so just opening it up here, and again, let's see what we got here. Okay, perfect. So here is our shifter. Again, I don't want to take too much stuff out of the package yet, but basically, yeah, so there's the thread pitch right there for the shift knob, which I want to get a pretty cool one. I kind of want to get a pistol grip. I had one on my old iRock. It was my favorite shift knob ever. I thought it was so badass. So I think I might go with the Holley pistol grip. Again, if it threads into that. Also got, this is the instructions, of course, what's in the package. Hardware kit. So again, this is pretty much to mount. If you take a look at the back here, I still got to fix these lights, but essentially this part of the shifter right here, so this whole thing comes off, right? So essentially these bolts is for this. But yeah, that's going to be a video that I'm kind of excited to do. Hopefully I say that now. We'll see how it goes. Pretty much there. So this will be going into the input shaft, or I shouldn't say the input shaft, but the shaft that comes out for the linkage. So essentially this thing gets attached to that shaft there. We have the roll pin as well, which locks into place. And then a couple more items here. So the spacers, which I don't think you need the spacers unless you're running it on, I think it's like a later version of the CD trans. I could be wrong with that. And then this one here, I'm not sure, I'll have to take a look. But this is the main piece right here. For your guys' sake, because there's a lot of tape on here, I'm going to take this off so we can take a look at it. Okay, there we go. Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. So top quality right there from Serial 9. And again, the difference, like look how short that is compared to the cage that's on the CD trans already. Yeah, I've never really, well, other than the Acura that I drove at Japan Classic, shout out to Gabe for letting me do that again, but I've never really driven anything with a short shifter. So this should be pretty fun to get used to. And yeah, I have to do a shout out to Righteous Garage, who was able to hook me up with the Serial 9 stuff. Again, if you're in the Cambridge area, or Toronto for that matter, and you need anything Serial 9, Righteous Garage is your guy to go to when it comes to it. But yeah, really, really cool. Short shifter for the Volvo for the trans. So far, again, we have the oil pan and we have the short shifter. We got one more big item to look at here as far as the Volvo goes, and then we'll be doing an outro on our video. Okay, so was able to get this thing over here, and again, if I ever get big enough with this, I'm gonna make the biggest shop and you guys can all come and hang out there. But yeah, so Collins adapter kit, a couple stickers right there. The Serial 9 one also had it as well. Stickers go in my little sticker drawer. But the first item here, So I guess this one has multiple items attached to it. Is this. This feels like Christmas, honestly, but yes. So this is the T56 slave cylinder right here. So you guys can see the fittings on there. I'm just gonna leave the wrapping on this part of it. Just don't want any like dirt and dust getting in there for now. This is the clutch line. So that's the line that's gonna run from the clutch master to the internal slave cylinder, which will be on the input shaft of the CD trans. Somewhat, yeah. So that's number one in the Collins adapter kit here. Number two, which is also very important. Boom! Look at that. And again, very similar to the STS oil pan, like feels good, feels strong. And again, a lot of people have vouched for Collins, which I don't know, it makes me pretty happy. So, but this essentially is the T56 bell housing. So you're gonna be cutting off, I think like a foot, maybe less than that, or whatever this is, of the CD trans, and then this will mount to a plate, which will allow you to run T56 bell housing, T56 flywheel, clutch, obviously the internal slave as well. So that's item number two when it comes to this adapter kit. So this right here, again, item number three is the clutch. From what I can see, just do a quick little opening on it. Okay. So we have our alignment tool right here and some hardware. And then, oh yeah, there's the clutch right there, which will go obviously in the trans. That's it for that package. Hardware kit. So this is pretty much, yeah, this is pretty much the hardware kit right here, which you'll see what it's for. But again, oh yeah, guys, look at that. Woo, baby, look at that, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so shiny, it's nice, it's freezing, but it's cool. Again, adapter plate right here. So essentially, we cut off the bell housing on there. This plate will be going in on the input shaft, and then you can kind of make it out a bit, but the T56 bell housing will be bolted to this thing. So essentially, you're converting the entire trans into a T56 trans, I guess you can say, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that is awesome. Huge component as well. Try to keep all this stuff nice and safe. And then let's go on to the next one. Okay, now for this piece here. Oh, so this is the other part of the clutch. This is heavy for sure. Essentially, you guys can see that. Again, I don't want to have to rewrap the whole thing, but yeah, so this is the other part of the clutch, which I'm going to keep this kind of separate by itself. Pretty crazy. There's so many boxes in here. But again, it's literally like Christmas morning, right? So just more packaging as we go. There's going to be so many mice in here. I'm going to have to really clean this out. But yeah. Oh, there we go. So the Act flywheel. Again, we're running the stage 1 clutch, I guess you can say. So the Act flywheel, the Act clutch. Yeah, pretty cool setup. Put this to the side. All right, well, I just just swept all the foam things all over the place. Kept the box just in case. You never know what you're gonna find. But yeah, guys, there we go. So there's our adapter kit for the LS to CD trans from Collins Adapter. Definitely cold. I'm freezing right now, so I'm gonna head inside. But anyways, guys, thank you so much again for watching another video. I know it's a little bit different than putting cars together and stuff like that, but I sincerely really appreciate it. So in the meantime, guys, again, maxattackmotorsports on Instagram, kaizosupplyco on Instagram, and doryoku.streetworks. I'll make sure to tag them in the comments below or in the description and whatnot. Don't forget to comment and like the video, subscribe, of course. And again, if you guys want to get your hands on anything JDM related, VHS tapes, magazines, all that stuff, yeah, make sure you DM me. I'll do my best to guide you in that regard. But definitely looking forward to the next year or two with the whole Maxtack stuff and the merger with Doryoku. It's going to be a really, really good time. So thank you guys again so much. If I don't see you again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Just have fun with your family and friends. Take care, guys. Ciao for now.